Hello, my name is Abby and I play the flute. The 8th grade band would like to begin with our portion of the concert with a piece performed at ISMA contest at Penn High School in March. We earned straight gold ratings from the panel of judges. This piece is written by a very young composer who is 19 years old. The piece at Twilight is calm and reflective. We've learned that playing slow music is actually harder than playing fast and furious music. Without further delay, here's at Twilight.
Hello, everyone. We just all wanted to give a big old thank you to Mrs. Sullivan because she is one of our all-time favorite teachers, and she's done a bunch for us in our past 3 years of being here. And I just want to say how good of a person she is. She just fills the room with a bunch of energy and kind-heartedness, and I just wanted to say thank you.
I wanted to lighten the mood a little bit by telling a story. So I met Mrs. Sullivan at the 5th grade instrument tryout thing, and my brother and sister both were in band before me. So I kind of already knew what I was going to do, but I actually wanted to do choir when I was in 5th grade. And my siblings advised me not to because whether I liked singing or not, Mrs. Sullivan was the best teacher. So I decided to give it a try, and I tried out all the instruments. And I had 3 narrowed down when I went up to the little table where Mrs. Sullivan was sitting with her neon orange congratulations pencils. And I said, I don't know what to choose between the French horn, the trumpet, the clarinet, or the euphonium. And Mrs. Sullivan said, all of them are good choices, but I picked the euphonium. And I said, okay, then I choose that one. And Mrs. Sullivan handed me the orange pencil, and she came a little bit closer to me, and she whispered in my ear, good choice, you're my favorite seeker.
When I was in kindergarten, my brother played this very instrument. I remember thinking that the thing was huge and heavy. I was later told by my mom to pick the case up and see if I can carry it. I did exactly that and walked about 3 steps before falling over. My mom held me up and said, good, because that will be your instrument in 6 years. I walked in the 6th grade with an alto saxophone that we borrowed from a friend. So it was about 2 weeks before our winter concert that I changed to the tenor. Mrs. Sullivan had confidence in me throughout the whole time of me practicing a brand new instrument for this concert. I was able to accomplish learning a not-so-different instrument that seemed harder than it actually was. From then on, she probably saw me as a last-minute type of kid. Well, she was not wrong, just like how I just wrote this speech about an hour ago. I've enjoyed her class throughout all of middle school and love the instrument I play. I'm sad that this is my last concert with her and my last time playing this instrument on stage. I loved participating in the jazz band this year and joking around in the mornings before school. She has been able to deal with us for the past 3 years, and that takes a lot of talent all by itself. I'm going to really miss her constantly asking if she spelled my name right and me always responding by saying no. She spelled it right for the first time about 3 days ago and seemed a little too excited. I will always remember middle school band and Mrs. Sullivan being a great teacher. Thank you.
One last thing, we wanted to thank Mrs. Sullivan for how dedicated she is to her job. I know from experience that teaching isn't the easiest thing in the world, and she's probably the most hardworking, dedicated person that I've ever met, so thank you.
name is Abby and I play the saxophone. The original movie Aladdin was released in 1992 with music composed by Alan Menken. He won both an Academy Award and Golden Globe Awards for Best Original Score. Our performance today starts with Arabian Nights, then the swing section Friend Like Me, and finally ending with the most famous song from the movie, A Whole New World. Please feel free to ride your own magic carpets while we play music from Aladdin.
the secret. How do I get my glasses to stay that quiet? Wow. Good evening again. My name is Megan Sullivan. I'd like to have a special shout out for our choir director who helps us in so many ways and is even video recording tonight. Thank you, Miss Craven. And backstage, one of many talents, our history teacher and also stage manager, Mrs. DeWolf. We couldn't have this music program without great leadership. Can we please have a round of applause for our principal, Mrs. Carter, who's here tonight? And on a personal note, our director of music, Mickey Stisher, is retiring after, I don't remember how many years, Mickey, sorry. A lot of years that he's dedicated to LaPorte. And I have learned so much from him, and we'll remember him for a long time. So thank you, Mickey Stisher. And if I've learned anything about Mickey, I know that he'd be really angry and upset with me and the other music staff if we let any harm come to the LaPorte Marching Band. So we're going to try to move on without his leadership, but we do have a plug on the back of our programs to join the LaPorte Marching Band this season. They came in second in the state in Scholastic A. It is an awesome organization, and I have information. If you'd like more, you can see me in the band room after our concert. Parents, you guys have done such an excellent job with these students. Let's give it up for the parents. I love teaching these students so much, and thank you for supporting them as they develop as musicians. And I have so many conflicting emotions, as you can hear, as we end this school year. I'm incredibly sad to see them leaving the middle school. Oh my God. Sorry. But I'm also very proud of everything they've done, not just musically, but also in the classroom and on the athletic fields and in our community. I'm eager to see all the accomplishments they have during their high school years, and I just can't wait. The Director's Award is presented each year to an outstanding 8th grader who has shown high musicality and leadership in the band program. Each year I give this to one student. This year's Director's Award goes to a student who participates in many of the musical opportunities here at Boston Middle School. The student joined the lab band, is a key member of our jazz band, and performed several times at the solo and ensemble competition. The student sometimes drives me crazy, and she's totally aware. You see, she started in 6th grade on the clarinet, and just when she was starting to get really good, she started the saxophone. And then, when she started to get pretty good at the saxophone, she decided to up and learn the trumpet, and she even joined the high school marching band as an 8th grader. So, I need an audience so that I have several witnesses, because I want you to stick with one instrument and dig in and get those nitty-gritty details so that you can become stinking amazing. I'd like to welcome to the front of the stage this year's Director's Award, Brooke Enos.
Before anything, Brooke and I just want to say, give a special thank you to Mrs. Sullivan and how amazing she's been for the past 3 years. And we've all grown to love her very much from the amazing experience of being in her band.
Wow, as I stand up here, my mind draws a blank for everything that Mrs. Sullivan has done for me and the whole band. she's always been there for me, even in my rough times, and I don't know where I'd be without her. And I just want to thank her, and even all the thank yous I give are not enough for the amount of joy and happiness I am with Mrs. Sullivan, and I'm going to miss her as I move on to the high school. But I know that she would always be someplace in my heart, and someplace in my middle school life, and in my musical career. So, thank you.
Well, my name is Sierra, and I play the horn. The song Bohemian Rhapsody has gained popularity this year due to the movie that was just released. It is an incredibly unusual song from 1975. First of all, it was really long, 6 whole minutes. It doesn't have a chorus. Instead, it goes from an introduction to a ballad segment to an operatic message, a hard rock part, and finally, a thoughtful coda. Written by Freddie Mercury from the English rock band Queen, here's Bohemian Rhapsody.
It's not working! Wait, I have an idea. Here, use this.